Alright, now that we've learned how to work with quadratics with factored form, I'm going to show you how we can convert that factored form back into the standard form. So first, we're just going to review some stuff we learned first semester really quick when we did distributive property. So remember, when you have these parentheses and a number on the outside, you should be distributing the number to both on the inside. So we kind of were using the method of the rainbow arc, where you multiply it by both things. So what I'm doing is I'm taking m4, multiplying it by 2m, and then 4 times negative 4. Be careful with the negatives. That's a mistake that people make as they're working. So 4 times 2m is 8m, and 4 times negative 4 is minus 16. So this expression can be simplified, or you can distribute the number on the outside to get 8m minus 16. This is something we worked on first semester. So doing it over here, I'm distributing to both things inside the parentheses. 8 times 4m is 32m. 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. Here I'm distributing a negative 5, so I'm distributing it to both. Negative 5 times 7n is negative 35n. And negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. Number 4 is a little different. 4, I'm distributing a variable x. So remember, when you multiply x times x, you're actually just going to be adding the exponents when you multiply them. So the exponent on each of them is a 1 right now. So x times x is going to give me x squared. And then x times 4 is just 4x. So the number times the variable, you just write them together. And the standard notation is that you write the number first and then the letter. So x squared plus 4x is the answer to this when you multiply it out. So that's stuff we did first semester. We worked on distributive property. That was back like in probably September. How we're going to apply it to today's lesson is that now that we've worked with factored form with quadratics, where we were able to factor those problems into these two sets of parentheses, we're now going to go backwards and turn them back into standard form. So you can see the connection between this expression and then the standard expression. So it's similar to what we did up here with distributive property. We're going to use the distributive property. But what's happening in this problem is that you're distributing both of the things in the first set of parentheses to both of the terms in the second set of parentheses. So again, I'm going to use the rainbow idea because that helps me keep track of what's happening. So I'm going to multiply the x times both things in the first set of parentheses. So I've got x and then times x and then x times negative 3. So that's going to give me x squared minus 3x. But you're not done. Now you're going to multiply the negative 4 by both things as well. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. So one thing you can kind of check yourself on when you're doing this is that when you multiply these out, there should be 4 terms initially from your multiplication process. And now that you've multiplied them, you can combine like terms and simplify. And the only things I can simplify are the two x terms here in the middle. So a minus 3x and a minus 4x is a minus 7x. So notice how I turned the intercept form, or the factored form, into standard form. So these are the same or equivalent expressions, just written in different ways. So I'm going to do number 6, same idea. I'm going to multiply the v by both things in the second set of parentheses and the 1 by both things in the second set. So v times v and v times negative 2. v times v is v squared. v times negative 2 is negative 2v. But I'm not done. Now I have to distribute the 1. So 1 times v is 1v, and 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Combine like terms in the middle. So I get v squared minus v minus 2. these are the factors of that expression, and now we're just going backwards, and that's the way you can check to see if your answer is correct. Let's try two more. X times x, x times 1, so I get x squared plus 1x. 5 times x, 5 times 1, so 5x plus 5. So my expression here is x squared plus 6x plus 5. Because you combine the middle, 1x plus 5x gives me 6x. Last set of problems. A times a is a squared. A times negative 3 is negative 3a. Now I'm going to multiply the 3 by both things. I'm going to get positive 3a minus 9. So in this problem, the a's are going to cancel in the middle, and I get a squared minus 9. I'm going to do the last two. I'm not going to talk through them, so why don't you try them and hit pause at this point, and then come back and hit play to check and see if you got the answer right. So go ahead and hit pause.